Y'all, this shit was worse than I fucking thought it would be. They had my good sis flapping her arms and laying eggs on the goddamn stage. Like just running around, tap dancing, singing, looking like a fucking coon, looking like a buffoon, a fucking idiot. And just like I knew they would. And they're mocking her. Obviously, I already said in my last video that they're mocking her. They're making fun of her in plain sight. That's what they do. And Caudia is just sucking it up because she wants to belong. She wants to be a part of something. And then I think what really gagged me was Santiago backstage hating on Caudia because it seemed like he was jealous of her. But then he was also like disgusted. Like he was just like, oh shit, like we were trying to mock her, but like she's actually blowing the fuck up. Like people are actually enjoying Baby Lulu or whatever. And you can see him backstage like, oh, if I have to hear that fucking song again. And I didn't want to hear that shit either. Caudia, Louis knew what was going on. See, this is my problem with Louis. Louis clearly sees things, but then likes to be in denial and pretend like they're not happening. He knows Caudia well enough to know that she's not happy with that. So Louis is over there like doing this like weird smile, this weird smirk, because he's very uncomfortable with the scenes, like he's cringing at them. And I would cringe as well. I was cringing as well. It was hard to watch. I think out of all the stuff to watch, Caudia flapping her wings, tap dancing, laying an fucking egg because they kept calling her baby birds, and we all know that birds belong in cages. So this whole thing is a metaphor for her being in a cage. Louis looked really uncomfortable, and then you're gonna see Armand constantly look over at Louis to like to reassure him that he has everything in order. And then we see Armand basically check Caudia. Caudia says that she is a grown woman trapped in a little girl's body, and she's tired of playing this role and the mocking, like, because the way they were laughing at her, she looked like a clown on that stage. Everybody was clapping their hands and mocking and laughing at her. And then you have like, she goes to Armand and she basically tells him in front of the whole coven that I don't want to do this shit. And everybody's like kind of looking to each other. They're like smirking a little bit. They look uncomfortable because, bitch, this is your punishment. What do you mean you don't want to do this? You begged, you wanted to be a part of this group so bad. You are part of this group. I don't know why you think you have a choice in this. And then everybody's like, girl, you don't have a choice. You're not even. And then Armand gets upset because he's like, you're not smiling. Why aren't you happy? And she's like, I did this shit 100 times. I'm bored and I don't want to do that. Armand said, you better eat, sleep, and breathe and live in them fucking clothing. Girl, I'm doing your ass a favor. I don't like you. The only reason I'm tolerating you is because of Louis, because I'm having sex with Louis. But you're not even supposed to be here. I'm really disgusted with you. And that's what I got. That's what I got with it. And I'm so glad that Santiago comes and checks fucking Armand. Baby, weren't you supposed to kill Louis last episode? Why is Louis still here? Why is Caudia still here? Like, this is all like, we're mocking her, like we're having fun. They're both supposed to be dead. Why are they still fucking here? And he checks the fuck out of Armand. And then Armand was looking real fucking stupid when Louis didn't want to claim his stupid ass. And I wasn't feeling bad because that shit was so funny to me. That shit was so funny. Because I wrote this shit down. So I'm like looking at my notes. Yeah, so I wrote the rules only apply when Armand wants them to apply. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is the whole gist of it. The rules only apply when Armand wants them to apply. Armand can do whatever the fuck he want to do. He keeps trying to make it seem like he's so weak and I didn't want this life and this life just happened to me. You've been running this coming for 500 years. Baby, if you wanted to leave, you could have left at any time. Let Armand be in charge. Let Santiago be in charge. But the problem with Armand is that he doesn't want the power, but he doesn't want to give the power to anybody else because he doesn't want anybody to have control over him unless it's in a control environment. He's okay with Louis having control over him because he knows he can take Louis if need be. But he wants, you know how people date people that remind them of their parents, but they want that toxic relationship that they had with their parents, but they want it played out in a control and in a healthy way where they can, like, how do I explain this? They want it in a controlled way where they have the power. Like, if I want this to end, it can end. Like, it's almost like a BDSM type of thing. And I'm gonna get on that. But that's just the thoughts that I have right now for Caudia and the situation with her and her mom. It took me out when she was about to lick the period blood off that lady. I want to say that the relationship is starting to turn sexual, but I hope it's not. Because even though Caudia is a grown woman in a child's body, that woman don't know that. So unless she explains to her that she's a vampire and that she can't age, but even then, it better be like an emotional relationship, not so much a physical. It's so complex, and that relationship really intrigues me. It really does, because the woman is an outcast. The dressmaker is an outcast from society because she fell in love with this Nazi. And then you have Caudia, who's an outsider because the way she looks and the situation and everything. And it doesn't shock me that she got her a white partner. I mean, like mother, like fucking daughter. She is Louis' child at the end of the day. So that's it on the Bonnet Chronicles. I'll come back with another video. Bye.